What's up, guys? I'm Keith Frizzler with Think Stocks, and it seems like the topic of the week is ETFs. So we are going to talk about something called the WFH ETF. Let's get right to it. All right, so as I'm recording this, it is the year 2020, one hell of a year, probably the worst year we've ever experienced as a society. And no one would have expected that we would all be home this long, just everything that happened. I mean, it is August as I'm recording this. I remember when this started back in March. April is when I started this YouTube channel, and I've been able to crank out a lot of videos because of the coronavirus, because I've been stuck home for most of these past 6 months. I know that's probably the case with a lot of other people as well, but things must go on, especially the market. And sure, we've seen a lot of downturn in the very early parts of the coronavirus, but we are starting to see some major upturn in certain companies, especially e-commerce companies. We see stuff like Etsy skyrocketing, Amazon hitting 3,000. Facebook is going up pretty nicely. Netflix has seen new highs. All of these companies are just surging because of the coronavirus, because at the end of the day, we need to adapt to whatever change is happening. And I think one of the coolest things is the WFH ETF. What does WFH stand for? That stands for Work From Home ETF. That's right, Work From Home ETF. This ETF has companies that all related to work from home, or let's jump on the computer for a better explanation. Here's Robinhood. It's called Direxion Work From Home ETF. As you can see, its IPO was June 25th, 2020, and it is steadily going up. It is currently up 6% over the past couple of months. And here we go. If we scroll down to the about, WFH tracks an equity-weighted index of global firms that provide technology that supports a more flexible work environment. Stocks are selected using a proprietary natural language processing algorithm, yada yada. You got all of that. So what is included in this Work From Home ETF, and is it something that you should possibly invest in? Let's jump back over to the computer, and here it is. Here is Direxion Work From Home website. They actually have a website just so you can educate yourselves a little more on it. And here you go. You can see what it's looking to track, all of that. But here's the important stuff. If we go over to, if I could find it, here we go. If we scroll down to documents and downloads, if we select daily holdings, this will show you what this ETF is made up of. So here you go. We got 8x8, Adobe, Alphabet. We got Amazon, Team. What else in here? We have Cisco, Facebook, Dropbox, just naming the ones that I know off the top of my head. Oracle. We have Slack. And of course, we have Zoom. As we all know, Zoom skyrocketed during the beginning of the coronavirus. Everyone was on Zoom. All the companies were using that. Zoom just exploded. I forgot what it was, doubled or tripled in price. You're probably looking at a graphic right now, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But this is pretty much what work from home is. It's made up of 40 different stocks, and all of these stocks are companies that are very technology heavy, very internet and cloud based, any kind of companies that you may be using if you are now working from home or working remotely. So now the big question is, should you invest in an ETF like the Work From Home ETF? Well, here's my thoughts on it. Again, not advice, opinion. You all know the spiel already, so I'm not going to repeat myself over and over again in each video, but I think it's a great ETF to invest in. If you're looking to get started in the market, or you want to invest in an ETF because you know the power of an ETF, but you don't want to invest in the SPY or the QQQ because you're a hipster and you want to be different, I think the Work From Home is a great ETF. There's some solid companies in there anyway, like Amazon, Facebook, Google. There's 3 of the FANG companies right there. You also have some other great companies that are recession proof. I think that's the big thing with this ETF. It is recession proof, which means if this happens again with the coronavirus, if shops need to close up, these companies won't be affected the same way your typical brick and mortar companies will be affected. Instead, they may flourish, or at least they'll be protected because people still can be home on their computers and utilize these platforms. So these platforms will continue to make money regardless of what happens. And if you ask me personally, I think any internet company is the way of the future and will survive any recession. So if a company is not on the internet, then they're going to die one day. So yeah, my opinion is I think it's a great ETF. Will I invest in it? No, because that's not part of my strategy. But if you are looking for an ETF to invest in, I think it's great. We jump back on to Robinhood, just to see what we have going on here. Right now it's at $53, very affordable. It opened up at $50, well, $49.99. And over the course of 2 months, it's been going pretty steady. I know we can hardly tell. It's only been 2 months. We really don't know which direction this is going to go in. But again, it has some solid companies built into it. So I really don't see this going anywhere but up. For the beta, I'd say that's the most important thing. I mean, it's still too new to figure out what the beta is, but I'm only going to assume it will have a small beta, which is good. It is a small market cap right now, but again, this will only go up in my opinion. It gives a small dividend as well. I don't think you can go wrong with it, but who am I to say? I'm just a self-proclaimed expert. What do you guys think? You think the Work From Home ETF is something that you would invest in? Would you recommend your friends to invest in? Leave comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can see new content and help small channels like me. Hit that like button. And as always, I will see you in the next one.